What is up, lovelies? Today is day 26 of 100 days of stocking something up on my pantry, and my name is Della. Thank you for coming if you are new here, and if not, welcome. Anyways, today I am doing some ferments. I'm experimenting here for my children because it's really hard to get my kids to eat ferments. Levi will eat the carrots, like I've said before. That's pretty much all I have found. I mean, he'll drink the brine, so I guess I could just give him shots of brine, but I'm gonna do bananas and blueberries, and then that way they can like put it on top of their yogurt, so I'm thinking, or just even as like a side. We'll see. So I'm gonna think that cloves and cinnamon are going to be really good in my blueberries, and then I'm just gonna do cinnamon in the bananas. So since I want cinnamon in all of these, I'm just going to go ahead and add a cinnamon stick to each jar here. I actually might replace that one. That one's quite small. In my family, we love cinnamon, so the more cinnamon, the better. Now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to start with my blueberries because they're already washed. They were just frozen blueberries from the store, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add them to my jar. Cut these about an inch or so. Half an inch to an inch here. Take my jar, just slowly start adding them. I'm also going to add cloves to this one. So this one has banana, blueberry, apple, and cinnamon sticks in there. I'm going to add some cloves because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, about 6. Alright, so if you guys want to know, I use the Farm Girl's Guide to Preserving the Harvest. How to Can, Freeze, Dehydrate, and Ferment Your Garden's Goodness by Ann Anicetta Scott. I met her. She's amazing, actually. From what I have read on the internet, do your own research. Please do your own research. I am okay with putting 1.5 tablespoons in a pint jar and leaving them on the shelf. Some people are not. That is up to you. I've had no issues. You do what's best for you. It also depends on the type of temperature that you are storing these at, where you're storing these at. Just be aware, keep checking them. Your nose is going to know if it's bad. You're going to see mold on top. So just do your best. You will know if it goes bad. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to get my kettle going. I'm going to do it a little differently this time. I do it a lot of different ways in each of my videos. Not like each of them, but a few of them. I do things a little differently, and I want you to know that I do that one to keep it fun, fresh, and original, especially for the ones that watch it every day, all the time. But also, I want you to see that not everything has to be exactly the way I do it, and that there are multiple ways of doing something. So, I'm going to go ahead and put 1.5 tablespoons of salt in each of these. And the better quality of salt you use, the better. So try not to have any added agents in there for caking and all of that. It makes it, can make your ferments slimy as well. Here I have warm water, and it is non-chlorinated water. That's all I need, but I'm gonna do it in warm water this time. That way I can go ahead and make sure that my salt is fully dissolved.
What's this? What's this? That's for seafood?
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and debubble this one too, and all I'm doing is just making sure all the bubbles are gone. Now I debubbled all of that just to make sure if I needed to add any more or not.
Something.
I'm gonna take the banana peels.
That's apples.
There are apples, bananas, and blueberries in this one.
This blueberries in that one. Mommy, do the.
And this is going to be our weight. That way all of the stuff stays under the brine. Because
What?
that way you don't get mold and such. So just stick all those cloves under the banana peel. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take a towel, kind of wipe off the rims here. Just to kind of get it cleaner. All right, this one's our banana. Also, if you want, you could just, forgot to tell you, you need to shake that up, get that salt dissolved. Because I got my lids and rings on here. These can corrode really easily. So, and I went ahead and I took out the cloves because they were just floating on top and I could not get them in just because it was in the blueberries and they were just, it's not packed enough, I suppose. And these are going to be really pretty, these apples and bananas with these blueberries in here. Dude, that's pretty purple.
You say so.
Oh, I know so. Now, fix all that nonsense. Here they are, and I wanted to make sure 1 inch headspace is the best. Some of mine went a little bit above, that's okay. All that means is whenever it starts fermenting and bubbling, that it just will pour over easier. So everything is under this brine though, and then that is what makes it to be shelf stable, and that the bacteria and stuff will not go under it, and everything including the banana peel needs to be under. So like I'm gonna actually add a little bit to this one because I could see that that banana peel was not under, so I don't want no mold. And then this, so banana and cinnamon, that's all I got in these 2. And then I have in this one apples, blueberries, and bananas with a cinnamon stick as well. And I went ahead and took out those cloves. I think there might be a few cloves in one of the bananas, but my blueberry ones, the cloves were just coming up and it wasn't working very well. So I didn't want to fight it. Every day, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come in and I'm just gonna open it and I'm gonna let it itself and then close it back. Don't twist it really tight. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna put it on a plate on my counter. That way whenever it starts fermenting, if it bubbles over, it will not be on my counter, and this will be an easy cleanup. So I'm These are long overdue. I need to get this done. Give me 1 second. I actually started getting kind yeast on top of these. And that is perfectly fine. It actually kind of all fell down in here even more. I'm just going to take that out when I strain it. Try and take out as much as I can, then strain it, and then it will be perfectly fine. I will say it smells like a beautiful vinegar. This was my day 1. So these are definitely over a month old because I've missed some days. These should have been done like, I mean, it's anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, so I'm not too far behind. Yeah, it doesn't smell bad at all. It just smells like vinegar, so we're good there. All right, this one might be bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna strain these into this bowl. And if these are bad, it will grow mold in these again. So I'm not too terribly worried. I'll just keep them separate from their containers, especially these 2 first ones. They're really good. Put the scraps in here. You can go ahead and you can put these in a compost bin now. And I'm going to wash each one of these before I re-put it in there. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so with day 1, when I did the apple cider vinegar, I have 4 half gallons of apple cider vinegar, like with the apple peels. So each one I got a little bit different for each one. Little, almost a complete quart for some of them. This one is the lowest. And one of them I did just lose quite a bit because it just fermented so much it just bubbled over. Some of these I don't know if they're good or not, so I took them out and put them in pint-sized jars. Just because this was 1 gallon, like 1/2 gallon. And since I had the apple scraps in there, it's not going to be a full half gallon. So I went ahead and put them in quart-sized jars. Now, it is not strong enough yet. This is only the 2nd fermentation. The first one is done. There's no mother in it, no nothing. It's still very weak. Now this one, like I was saying, since I think some of them, I don't know if they're going to be bad or not, I wanted to keep them in their own separate containers, jars. That way, if one is bad, I don't do all of them that are bad. Because I really should have done it a week or 2 ago, but that's okay. That's all right. Anyways, like there's pretty cloudy at the bottom, so that's a good sign. Went ahead and put my lids on. I'm going to get more plastic lids. I just don't have any more of these. I only have big ones, like the wide mouth plastic jars, because these will corrode really easily, and since it's apple cider vinegar, it's going to corrode really fast. You could put parchment paper in between it. I just don't want to go downstairs and get it. Deal with that in the morning. They're really almost got almost 4 quarts, and tomorrow I'm going to be doing apple butter, so I'm going to start another round of apple cider vinegar.
Goodbye, Mommy.
You go to bed, Levi. I can't go to bed until you go to bed. You have to be asleep before I go to bed. I went ahead and I put the apple scraps that I had from my apple today, that I did for the 1 apple, like like 3/4 of an apple that I used. The rest will be my snack. But I go ahead and I keep apple peels in my freezer as well. So then that way I can go ahead and I can do the apple cider vinegar in big batches. But tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be doing apple butter, so I'll be making more tomorrow. It's not much, but this is what we got done. These are for short term / long term, depending on if I like it, and these are for long term, so these are going on my pantry shelf in my basement. Lovelies, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.